we are interrogating is error-free, bug-free, or does not require any kind of testing. So we have picked up another definition, like data whose scale, diversity, and complexity requires new architecture, techniques, algorithms, and analytics to manage it and extract value and the hidden knowledge from the data, from the data which we have received from various sources. So we can say that there are many kinds of data: unstructured data, structured data, semi-structured data, which we are receiving from internal or the external areas. Internal, I will explain it later. What we have, how to define as structured or unstructured, or internal or external data. So this graph briefly describes about the emergence of big data, like the interest of big data from the organizations which are doing a sort of testing, or wants to do some testing onto big data, or they wants to analyze their data, their company's data, their clients' data. So there are various kinds of companies, like we have KPMG, who analyze data and put out the results into a very, very well-structured graphical manner. So this is the emergence over a decade. Now we are in 2014, and so this graph shows that it is from 2004 to 2014, the emergence, how the big data has emerged from a linear way to a constant way. So this graph does not show that it is rapidly going upwards, or the trend is going upwards. We cannot say that it is exponential, but we can say that it is constantly increasing. So moreover, the organizations are have increasingly having their interest into big data, because there are many technologies, many technologies and tools which are coming up. The tools can be freeware, or freeware tools which can be picked up from the market, or in-house produced tool which can test the big data. So we have taken this graph from Google Trends. So Google is also having a bigger role in big data technologies, and producing a lot of tools and in-house tools, and they are making them as a freeware, or somewhere they are also selling the big data tools for testing related. Where lies the actual problem? So the problem is what kind of data we are getting in, what kind of errors we are getting in, what kind of things we are getting in. So the data produced can be anything, from the social media, from the networks, which I already explained to you. So I hope all the married men over here would agree to me that their wives call them n number of times over a period of the whole day. Why they call? Just to inquire where their husbands are, what they are doing, what they are eating, something like that. So when the wives call their husbands, they produce a CDR. CDR is call detail record. Call detail record is nothing but a row of data. So that is a single row generated by a wife over a network element by the mobile device which she is using. And those kind of CDRs can be millions and trillions, because there are millions and trillions of wives across the world and their husbands. So over a day, there would be multiple terabytes and exabytes of CDRs being generated. And we have many of mediation systems in the world, not by Ericsson, but by NSN. So there are multiple telecom companies who are working on the CDRs, generating the bill for their customers. So the social media networks, mobile devices, scientific instruments are generating huge amount of data, like Facebook, Twitter, and are continuously generating millions of records. Organizations invest huge amount of money, and they are spending a lot of money in storing the big data and managing their large data set. Obviously, if we are managing that kind of large data set, would obviously have many errors. So if we detect the error at an initial stage of the testing, maybe at the unit level testing or at the functional testing or level, so that does not go up to the higher levels, integration levels or the UAT levels. So the cost of error is also associated somewhere in any application, can vary from a small bug to a big sum of penalty. Big sum of penalty means the customer have SLAs these days. So every organization have SLA with their customers. So customer can penalize them if they find any major defect, minor defect into the production. So there lies the problem with the big data. So we have to analyze the data very in a very sensitized manner. Okay. I hope you have an understanding about 3 V's of big data. Can anyone of you can tell me what are the 3 V's? Okay, 3 V's of big data.
We are talking about the characteristics. So anybody knows what are the characteristics of big data?
Yeah. There is a huge volume of big data being collected by many of these network elements. So huge volume is associated, then which can be in megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes, and which I said many huge volumes of data is there. So those data can be in the form of anything, in a form of document, in a form of Excel sheet, in a form of database, or a legacy data. So there is a variety and complexity available for analysis. So variety and complexity is included. So that's the second V. And the third V is the velocity. Since there are a lot many applications like SAP, ERP, CRM, web apps, there are lot many applications available right these days. So all those applications are generating huge volume of data with a varied flavor, and the data is continuously increasing. So it's a constant velocity of data being generated, which we term as big data. So again, the big data is nothing but a transaction. It can be an interaction, it can be an observation like scientific instruments recording the weather conditions of the state, of the city, or a district. So big data is all of this. So I hope you have now an understanding of 3 V's of big data. What are the 3 V's? So in big data testing, we just test that voluminous, varied, and the accelerated data, and test that data and test the kind of errors, the bugs, the problems with the data. So testing is about maintaining quality levels. In big data testing, we focus more on performance and the functional aspect of an application. An application can be anything. If I talk about my company, it's mediation. It's a huge product being sold by Ericsson to the customers. So in big data, we actually see those kind of errors. Let's say if I take an example about the call. A call is initiated by a person A and ends up to a person B. A person A calls person B, and there is a CDR being generated called detail record. It has values like MSISDN, that is the mobile number, then the customer name, then the customer address, then the customer relationship number. So all these things accumulatedly called as a CDR is generated, and taking that particular data, we send the data to the billing system. Let's say if we send the incorrect mobile number, the mobile number is incorrect and the data is sent to the billing system. The billing system will generate the data with respect to the number we have sent. So a wrong customer is billed and incorrect data is sent. So a wrong customer is billed, the customer will panic and he will call to the customer care, and obviously there would be a complaint. So we have to check each and every data set all the data sets, all the rows, all the columns, very, very in a very sensitive manner. So we have to, that's a functional aspect. And apart from that, the performance aspect is that the application is behaving correctly. We are getting millions of data sets, millions of data record, and the application is unable to move that, unable to generate a bill in a specified time limit. Let's say a bill has to be generated in 30 seconds, and the application is unable to do it in 2 minutes. So that's a performance issue. The bottleneck next has to be identified. So functional testing and the performance testing has to go hand in hand. So an understanding has to be there between a functional tester and a performance tester. A functional tester should be aware of the kind of performance an application needs or an application requires. And a performance tester must have an understanding about functional aspects of the application so that he can at least test what the application has to deliver. Okay. What kind of challenges we have in big data testing? I think, Sonia, you would like to take on?
Sure. There are various challenges that are involved in the big data testing. Test data. The very first challenge is test data. Since the focus of big data testing is on performance, so we need to have huge volume of data, like the data set that we would be using for the big data testing, that should be huge so that we can verify the results properly. So one of the big challenges in big data testing is the test data. We need to have, like before testing, we need to have huge volume of data, like as mentioned by Praveen, wherein in multimediation, the concept of call data records is involved. So in that case, we have to deploy some configurations onto in terms of application, wherein it has huge number of call data records. So that will help in testing of big data. So test data should be large enough to verify the proper working of data application. That is a very much challenge, or you can say a prerequisite that is required for testing big data. Next is test environment. We need to have a test environment set up for that as well, wherein like how the processing is happening, how many nodes are involved. Like we have multiple node cluster concept in case of big data. So we need to have that kind of setup. Like we need if in production system a customer is using 26 nodes of cluster, we need to have the same kind of a cluster setup in our environment also, so that we can go ahead and so that we can reproduce or replicate the environment or the call data records that are being generated in the same way on our end as well. So test environment, optimized environment setup gives higher performance and fast data processing results. Wherein with this we would be able to find out what is the performance and how the data is being processed. And last challenge is the performance. As mentioned before, that the focus is mainly on the performance, as the data set that is involved in the big data testing is huge. So performance is one of the major concerns wherein we need to focus more while we are doing big data testing.
Next. You just mentioned about large data. So it is large. So what the volume of data that you're considering? Any significant number that you can quantify? We get to hear large, but typically large can be like 20 GB. It can be large for a 2 GB screen.
To answer your question in a simple manner, it depends on the customer scenario. A customer can be anything, like if he has a system with just 150 GB of whole storage. So in that case, we can accumulate the whatever available space or data he has. So we can consider that as a large enough. And if a customer
depends upon the setup of the environment, actually, the customer's environment, how he is using the application in his or her environment, what is the range of his for the customers, how is he selling his services.
I have another question.
Yeah.
In data test, what do you do? Do you have any set of data generated already which you use, or you generate it through any tools that there?
Well, as I mentioned initially, that there can be many tools which are available in the market. Maybe you can, we have one slide onto that. We can show you. We have many off-the-shelf available in the tools available in the market. There are paid tools, there are freewares, and there are other in-house tools. Like we have in Ericsson, we have an in-house tool developed for us to test for testing purpose. So whatever we do, we have a tool for testing the for testing purpose. So we use that. So it depends on again on the customer or the organization and the cost involved or the flexibility he wants to have. So it also depends on the customer. So customer is got basically. So whatever test data or test environment he has, the cost, the pocket, his pocket allows. So we can buy on that.
So the CDR thing that you are doing as a case study,
Yeah.
so maybe for any operator that you have done, what is the amount of data that you do process regularly and what is the test data amount that you carry on that things?
Okay. If I have to answer your question, I'll take an example from one of my practical scenario, wherein we have tested around almost 80 GBs of data which were there in the external storage. I'm sure you have heard of EMC. That's our biggest storage vendor. They have a specific LUN. LUN is the storage wherein we store the data. So we have a cluster file system, and all the cluster file system, they have a directory which is called as an in buffer, and then there is a directory called out buffer. So all the CDRs which are coming from the network elements, they come inside the in buffer directory, and they go out. They go out to the processing chamber, and wherein all that CDRs are being processed in the acceptable format by the billing system. So